Hello everybody, my name is Mirzal Haq. So in this video, I will have a debate speech to fulfill the assignment of speaking of academic purposes class. And the motion is, this house regrets the glorification of online learning during pandemic. And this is my debate speech. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic took the world by surprise. Globally, everything has stopped. Projects have been delayed, workplaces closed, and schools shut down. The world seems to have ground to halt because of the novel coronavirus. However, ladies and gentlemen, students continue their education through online learning and via video calls with their teachers, especially in big cities such as Jakarta. The model is currently the best alternative as keeping schools open poses a safety risk for students. Globally, many countries have adopted this approach. For example, schools in New York, the United States, prepared for online learning by distributing gadgets to their students, ensuring they had access to learning materials. As of early April, education authorities distributed around 500,000 laptops and tablets to their students, allowing them to participate in the online classes. In contrast, when the first two COVID-19 cases were announced in Indonesia in early March, the country was in a panic. On March 14th, Jakarta Governor Anies Baswedan announced that all schools in Jakarta were to be closed. However, many schools were not ready to apply home learning programs yet. The online classes implemented in Indonesia work differently from this in the United States. This is due to a lack of preparation in this country. So, ladies and gentlemen, the problems related to online learning have sprung up one after another. And the big issue that occur is why online learning is such a serious problem for students in Indonesia. The first reason is, as a student participating in the home learning program, online school was confusing to adjust to as we had not been prepared through stimulation or practices beforehand. Students reported the online learning program to be even more stressful than regular classroom. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the common reasons for this went along the lines of normal classes may have been difficult, but having friends make it so much more manageable and less stressful. Online classes take out the benefit of having friends to socialize with and being stuck with nothing but assignment. The next reason is the facilities. Although online learning program does have a silver lining. What is silver lining? Silver lining is home learning programs where students are still able to learn. The true sufferers of the government order of schools closings are the students in less fortunate situations and the students who are in school that are not well funded. This is because the students lack the devices and internet access to be able to participate in online classes, and the school do not have the capacity to teach online. Unlike in New York, where devices are distributed to students by schools and private companies. In Indonesia, there is yet to be this kind of effort, ladies and gentlemen. This leaves many students in a bad spot where they are unable to receive an education. And the next reason is there are some lessons that cannot be taught online alone. For example, medical, engineer, and sport. The subject cannot be explained only by theory because practice is needed in broadening the understanding of the materials. And the next issue is, how do online learning impact the students' mental health? According to Counselor Jessica Oyuhok and Courtney Brown at MSV's Counseling and Psychiatric Services, or CAPS, ladies and gentlemen, students may experience increased fatigue, headaches, lack of motivation, avoidance or procrastination, ineffective time management, feeling of isolation due to limited socialization in person, minimized awareness and understanding of others created by in-person dialogues. And the the big matter is what's the solution for all that issues. In the situation, the government should make extra efforts to support the education sector and build a sense of solidarity among schools, such as by facilitating networks between international and national or public schools to share experiences and study methodologies for online teaching. And for mental health, in my own opinion, family support is very influential. I, as a student who was also affected by online classes during pandemic, really appreciate the support of my family, especially my parents, because thanks to their support, I have the patience to carry out these very bothersome and sometimes stressful online classes. And lastly, but the most important, I think the government must immediately find the best solution about the existence of this pandemic, because if this pandemic is resolved, then schools can be reopened and the learning program can take place as before. I think that's all for me. Thank you very much.